What is the grossest thing someone has done said to you, thinking it was sexy? He'll never stop telling the story. He invited me over to show me something he'd never shown anyone. He told me to just watch, and only help if he asked for it. He proceeded to lay on the floor like a starfish and jerk off. I was the audience, cheering him on but so confused about where this was going. When he got close, he rolled up on his back, legs overhead, and came in his own mouth. Got a solid 2-3 inches in there too. Talk about a fright. He was so proud. And so vulnerable. I said thank you for trusting me to share that, and mentally decided that was the last straw. I would not be sticking with this guy for the long haul. Performing cunnilingus on a Cadbury's Easter egg in the hopes of enticing me. Was not enticed. I will start. One time a guy sent me a picture of a towel he had ejaculated on, thinking of me, told me that they fantasized about adding me to a harem, in which I would bear them daughters that would also join the harem. Instablock, went to get a shower. This was around 2005 and my disgust hasn't subsided. Finger in the belly button. Used hair pulling not in sex. In a dominating way in the middle of the day. Not sexy. Extremely off-putting. A guy in college who I wasn't even attracted to said I would be his dream woman if I lost 10 pounds. As if that was supposed to make me feel good or something. Refer to her vagina as pussy nummies. That was weird to me. Was about to have a one-night stand with this guy, my first and last attempt at that. On the way to my apartment, he tells me, yeah, I've never done this before either, but I guess it's better than going to see a prostitute. I can learn to love you. First boyfriend. Was kissing a guy on the first date and he's moving my hand to his pants and trying to shove my head down there. When I told him things were moving a little fast and maybe we just kiss for now, he proceeded to whip it out and say, wanna kiss it? Dude. If I wanted to suck your dick you would know. Oh, you're Japanese. Be my senpai please? Followed shortly by that anime girl giggle. As a half-Japanese man, I get very weirded out whenever anyone thinks that stuff like the above is okay. I still get weirded out whenever someone wants to date me for the authentic anime experience. Yes. This is a thing and it is fucking weird. When I was 18 I worked at a pizza buffet. I was leaning over writing on a piece of paper and a guy said that's a baby making pose. I was disgusted and just stared on and pretended like it didn't happen. Another time I was bartending and some old man asked me to walk around their table so they could watch my ass. Being a woman in the service industry is great. I have two. They're pretty mild compared to ops though lol. I worked as a bartender at a hotel with a lot of corporate events. I was taking the order of a group of guys in suits, and after writing everything down I closed my order book and put it under my arm. One of the guys asked me if he could smell it. I worked at a patio furniture store, and one hot day DC in August, hot and sticky and gross, we had to move a bunch of displays around. After me and a coworker were done we were sitting outside smoking, and out of nowhere he asked me if he could suck on my toes. Edit. Spelling is hard. Asked a woman during the deed to talk dirty for me. At the time she was riding on top. I guess she wasn't accustomed to dirty talk because the next words out of her mouth were, fuck it doodle. We had a good laugh and it was actually very cute at the time. It certainly didn't kill the mood, it kinda prolonged the sex a bit because it was funny. Spat in my face. I was 17 working as a cashier at Mayer and had a coworker in his 40s tell me that I looked like I didn't eat enough. I was a very lanky teenager so I was used to comments like this, so I just laughed and said that I got that a lot. He proceeded to tell me, straight-faced, that I shouldn't laugh about it, that it was a good thing because then he'd be able to throw me around way more easily. If he meant it to be sexy, per se, or if he just meant it as some sort of weird compliment. Either way, I had no idea how to respond and just tried to avoid him from then on. Later on, my cousin ended up telling me to stay away from him, not knowing I already was. Apparently, he ended up getting banned from the bank she worked at for creeping on the young female employees. The number of comments that involve spitting in mouths here, especially without consent, is really disturbing. When I was 17, I worked as a grocery store cashier for the summer. One older customer told me, to my face, "You're 17? If you were a year older, I'd marry you." In high school, I went to the movies with my then boyfriend, and he baby birded a peanut M&M into my mouth. I almost threw up.